Just so everybody knows, I'm a registered voter who votes. You can see it. I got a new registration card now, but some people here don't like e-voting, but you can see the dates on it if you look up close. Anyway, well, it's covered by the stickers. Just so they can try to say, I went and got my federal ID here in West Virginia. When you get your federal ID, you got to put your index fingers, both your index fingers on the machine and let them run your fingerprints. And they do a federal background check on you, I guess, make sure you're who you are and you're not in no trouble anywhere in the United States. It's supposed to be mandatory to get in any federal building by the year 2017. Here's the letter. Here's where I work for Nighthawk Security. They did run me. I started in March 27th of this year. They did a criminal background check, told me my criminal background check was clean. Other than, like I said, some falsified tickets. Here's a picture of Lisa's grandfather, A.E. Van Fleet, getting his medal in the Air Force. You can see his tag right there. Now, if you want to talk to that officer, when they forced me to leave, where I was leaving and my kids crying and Lisa crying, because he was going to have CPS take her kids if she took them to the streets. So she told me she couldn't take her and the kids to the streets because, of course, her grandfather had CPS take them. They didn't know I had this one. That Lisa didn't know that her family had slipped this in my pocket. But the one they showed the officer was notarized. Now, if I would have signed something and they notarized one and then my copy, why wouldn't mine be notarized? If you ask the cop and it's on his onboard camera at his car when he almost let the car run into the neighbor's house over there at 15837 Mandan Road, Apple Valley, California. You can see there's A.E. Van Fleet's signature. This is what he fucking showed the cop. A copy of it wasn't this one, but it's a sign. I don't know exactly what they showed the cop. It's something like this. There's her mother's name, Beverly Show, which is a convicted felon. And if that's my signature, it's because I signed something. I did sign one piece of paper for him, giving him rights to claim taxes on my kids 1 year for us to have a place to stay. If he had me sign something and then added stuff to it, I don't know. But I did not sign no such thing like that, ever. I asked him for a proper eviction notice through the court. I asked the officer for a proper eviction notice through the court like the other sheriff had told me to do. Sheriff Pigburn or whatever from San Bernardino County, something like that. But anyway, the one that they showed the officers that they had was notarized. I didn't notarize nothing. Somebody signed it, and I'd say it was the Apple Valley Funeral Parlor because I know her grandfather has him notarize stuff for him all the time. Willing to take it to court. You can read it, though. Fingerprints is all over the papers. On everything I got plenty of cards. I mean, I'm not lying to nobody. So, if they want to charge me with something and say, they want to say I'm mental and take me before a judge, whatever, fine. But I have it set up where Lisa M. McLaughlin has to be there. She's my emergency contact for everything. We've been together since 1998. Other than 5 months, we split for 5 months. Got back together, worked our differences out, and lived together until the end of March 2013 when her grandfather forced me to leave. No matter what anybody says, I have 2 biological kids with her, Chase and Logan Wyatt. I want my family. I want them in front of me person to person. I'm not going to hitchhike and beg and eat out of the trash like I did when they threw me on the street for the first time in my life to get here. I'm owed money. I need some help. There's rights. I want it handled. I have sent legal aid, $40 money to California to do a phone consultation. Nobody ever called me. I'm just out my money. I got proof that I've sent stuff in the mail and people are holding it. I've had checks supposed to be coming to me since last year, $500 worth of it, not coming. I ain't got it yet. Now my checks are always late. My money, my mail, certain mail, When I'm supposed to go to court on things, they come late. Then they say I failed to appear. Then they say no, they denied it. All kinds. I got all the proof in there, as long as nobody steals it or I don't get forced to the street and it get destroyed. So I got a blood drug test in there. It was right before right there in March. I went and had a blood drug test done, a full fucking sexual disease test. Because well, anybody believes it, I've never cheated on her in all them years. I'll take a lie detector test on it. I didn't cheat on my first wife. I didn't cheat on my second wife. And me and Lisa was not legally married. We just, religion, we'd like to be married by common law. If I could get face to face to her, the last time I talked to her, she still wanted to be my wife. So I have not seen or got to talk to them in person since March 2013 when they forced me to the street and her crying and my kids wouldn't even let me say goodbye. It's all on the onboard camera of the officers. Thank you.